Welcome back to the channel. We're going to continue on, but I did find some new information. I'm in the middle of doing a companion quest for the final companion because it was bothering me that I didn't find it yet. But after we do that, we'll continue with the regular set of quests.
Proceeding to attack. Check your scope for combatant analysis. Mobilizing. I'll handle this. Combatant scan. neutralized. Lay down fire. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Yep.
I'm kind of thrilled to see you.
Mobilizing.
So you did come. Good. I'm not partial to working with those given to second thoughts. It seems we arrive on a desolate scene. I don't know what transpired, but whatever it was killed the refugees to a person. As an Arbiter, I bear a strong stomach. But if you've any reservations about witnessing destruction visited upon the innocent, you'd best steel yourself. I hope your words are true, for carnage is a more than apt descriptor today. I've some theories on the refugees' killers, but I remain unsatisfied. Although I am not required to do so as an Arbiter, I would care to acquire proof.
Oh? Care about due process, huh?
We operate under the Sovereign's indefatigable will. Thus, we do not need proof. But my training was somewhat unique in that it emphasized the value of thorough investigation. Let us comb the remnants of this charnel house. Is that? Yes, that's an incisor, all right.
Well, they were here. Fine, it's fine. Rest the other instance somewhere. Hooray for science.
These people could have been saved. They simply hadn't deviated from the paradigm. I cannot help but feel a pang for these people, cut down without a hope of defense. We must uncover what transpired here. Inform me. An encampment such as this normally would possess no means for long-band communications. Was there anything remarkable about it? Good observation. Suffice it to say, the Protectorate would not take kindly to such a theft. Did you have anything else? I doubt it factored in their inadequacy in the face of a superior force, assuming there was a superior force. The distinct lack of automechanical corpses around us supports your point. It seems the defenders did not defend. Oh? I wouldn't expect a localized transmitter to harbor anything of note. Prove me wrong. I don't believe I would have learned that on my own. Seems I underestimated you. That's exceedingly useful. You're certain you've combed the place to your liking?
Yeah, I don't see anything else.
Then let us debrief and see if we can deduce what transpired here. Have you any theories as to what killed these people?
Come on, guys. My mic just went out. My headset just went out.
Although I'm no ballistics expert, the deaths on the corpses appear to match those inflicted by an automech. Have any theories about the automechs that did this? My thoughts exactly. How do you believe they were compromised? It seems so simple, and yet it also appears to be the most probable outcome. I agree. The only remaining puzzle piece is why. Why go through all this trouble to eliminate a handful of isolated refugees? Agreed. I do believe that relay is of Protectorate make, and the refugees most certainly didn't build it themselves. They were likely Protectorate as well. I hypothesize that they used it to listen in on Protectorate communications, then sold what they learned to Sub Rosa. After the Vox Relay's recent destruction, High Command would have ordered a security sweep of all communication systems. This outpost's relay would have returned a signal. Upon learning of this camp's existence, they'd have dispatched a sentinel to cross off any would-be traitors. Hence the destruction we bear witness to. I admire your enthusiasm, but these refugees were traitors to the Protectorate, though I still believe there was a solution here beyond complete annihilation. Now with that finished, Hold. Some things approach. Be ready. I suspect someone has disapproved of our inquiry.
I'll handle this.
Return, bent on eliminating any stragglers. Go on! None shall stand against us!
Ratcheting up my aggression. Target Anna.
That was a hardy engagement. You held your own admirably. These automechs will never be used to perpetrate such heinous acts again. I believe we're at the end of our investigation. The prospect of sharing our findings with the broker isn't terribly appealing, but we've little choice. I will locate my wretched Sub Rosa transport and return to Free Market Station. Pleasure fighting beside you. Be sure you return to Free Market Station to debrief with me. Despite our work here, I somehow doubt the broker would grant an audience to me alone.
That was fun.
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion you and I jawed about is going well. Libations or information? What's your poison?
The encampment had been razed. I'm sorry to say there were no survivors, but I believe we were able to uncover what transpired. I should add, your observations during the investigation were unexpectedly keen. Working beside you was a pleasure.
I'm surprised. Didn't know if you had it in you, especially with an Arbiter in tow. But you got what was needed. Not bad at all. I'd be happy to direct you to the broker. First, though, we've got a small issue. There's a malfunctioning lamp in the basement I need someone to take a look at. Here's a keycard to get you down there. You mind? Just trust me and go give it a look.
Anyone had asked me, I'd have put the odds of a live Arbiter finding his way into my chambers at 1 in a few trillion. Good that you didn't come here for blood, Arbiter Rao. Barney would have sniffed it out and broken you in twain. And I do disdain mopping up Protectorate corpses.
If you know who I am, you must know why I'm here. My mentor died under vague circumstances, and I desire any information pertaining to the specifics of her death.
Interesting. That question appears to be at odds with High Command's public statement on the matter. Losing faith in your masters?
No. But I cannot shake the sensation that something was awry with her passing. If you know something, tell me. Please.
I could get used to this kind of groveling. Your instincts are right, Arbiter. Though we don't know the specifics, I received information that your mentor's body bore signs of a fight, and a nasty one. Someone killed her.
I shall in time, when fewer prying ears abound.
If that's all, I think you'd best get along. I prefer not to sully my quarters with Protectorate lackeys. Live ones, anyhow.
And I prefer to limit my time with scheming blackguards. Let us take our leave from present company. Speak to me outside, if you would. There's something I'd care to ask you.
Hey, bro, I just want to see what's in here. Real quick.
This. I recruited a Protectorate subject direct link from Bastion, middle of a Protectorate holding.
Think I'll congratulate you for risking your hide to recruit one subject?
Forgive me for withholding my applause. You're jealous of my charms.
Yeah, real jealous.
The role of the Arbiter typically does not require the assistance of others. We are expected to act as wholly independent entities. But I fully realize that had I not your aid today, my investigation's progress would have stalled and withered. During our investigation, I gauged your trustworthiness and did not find it wanting. What say we travel together? I think you have earned forthrightness. I came to Free Market Station to seek the true killer of my mentor, the Supreme Arbiter. Sub Rosa deals in information, and were thusly my best lead on her killer. They gave me less than I'd hoped, but it was at least a start. Unfortunately, I cannot act truly alone. I have no ship, and no support. I do not know your allegiance, and accordingly shall not speculate. Suffice it to say, for now, that I fear the true killer is within the Protectorate. My colleagues have accepted that her death was a natural one. Questioning an explanation of that nature is foolish, dangerous even. Nonetheless, the circumstances of her death trouble me. I cannot allow myself to accept the explanation that's been put forth without investigating to the fullest of my abilities.
That's fair. You want to make sure that your mentor gets justice.
I will keep to my convictions in any case, but I understand. What instructions would you have me follow? I should have considered this eventuality. I will listen to your words, and I shall follow your orders. I will not assail enemies of the Protectorate without your consent, though I will not like it. But if my sense of duty outpaces my willingness to comply with an order, or if you attack my brethren unprovoked, our relationship will come to an abrupt end. Excellent. I hope our working relationship is most fruitful. I'm sure we shall discover much together.
I don't think it matters.
But if this uptight tin can swings that hammer anywhere near me, there's gonna be trouble.
And there's...
Very well. I shall locate whichever craft seems the most out of place, for something tells me this shall lead me to yours. See you again shortly.
That's rude. Hey, recruited all the companions. Nice. Okay, so... Let's see. Okay, so he's just gonna ride with me until his quest comes up. That makes sense. Oh, they get an extra thing. I use the bubble thing more. This is useful. I'm gonna add it, but I'm gonna add it after this one.
Bodily harm on other people. I've got it.
Short-range transmission just came in from Zeb. Sounded urgent. He's requesting we meet him at the tomb of the Matriarch, here on Praetor. It's where the Matriarch and First Sovereign are buried, supposedly. Zeb left out the mission parameters, probably worried his message might be intercepted. Not unfounded, given the Protectorate presence on Praetor. He did say he'd reach out to us again if he needed help. Reckon we should take it as a compliment. Zeb doesn't trust easy. Anyway, I'd really like to go, if there's time. Much obliged. The sooner we can rendezvous at the tomb, the better. Got the sense that whatever's going down, it's happening now.
Okay. Is there another quest? But I guess we can do this. I can't bring him. We about to fight a bunch of Protectorate agents, so. Nez and Niles.
Turn your lamps on that building over there. Reckon that's where we'll be able to get our hands on the rift modulator.
Protectorate control of Praetor has largely been achieved through the maintenance of a blockade. A survey of Praetor indicates there may be an alternate route past the blockade via the...
If you mean to ally with the Order, reckon I can't blame you. You and I could only exert so much influence over Auntie's choice. And it's obvious they can't help themselves. More importantly, it's becoming clear to me that folk don't actually want us here. Westport resisted as long as they could. You think that doesn't extend to the rest of the populace? There is another option. The Order. They're trying to do right by the refugees, after all, and seem reasonable when they ain't being strong-armed by extremists. You could consider them. Transition of power will be smoother anyway, if this war's anything to go by. I'm glad you're considering it. Listen, normally I'd take issue with one person playing Kingmaker. That is to say, you, and especially the Earth Directorate. But time's too short, and the stakes are too high for tribalism. There'll be enough time for that later. For now, we need to ally with someone who can defeat the Protectorate and close the rifts. So whatever you decide, I'll support you. We should move on, unless you've got something for me.
Hey, Commander. Can we talk? Promise it'll be quick. I wanted to apologize for the way I handled things after Greater Tranquility. I still feel my anger was justified, but I could have been more tactful. To put it bluntly, I wish you had made a different call. But there's no changing it now. And keeping at each other's throats over it won't help anyone, so I'm letting it go. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. We can get back to the mission now. Only felt right to clear the air. I've learned the hard way what happens when you leave things to fester.
Alright. Oh, yes, some stuff, yeah. Oh. Well, I have, I think. Well,
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Maybe on the way back. I didn't even shoot the first try. I can get scared.
Well, that ain't at all concerning. Best keep our lamps lit.
Your arrival could not be more timely. After the events of Paradise Island, I could think of no one more suited to conduct a surgical strike of this nature. I'm, glad to see you again as well, Niles.
Gotta say you had me worried. The message you sent sounded serious.
Then I composed it accurately. To the task at hand. We are standing before the tomb of the Matriarch. Few are invited to tour its halls, and even fewer know of its greatest secret. For any subject, visiting the Matriarch and First Sovereign's resting place is the pinnacle of empty social achievement. But the tomb's corpses are its least important feature. The intelligence my friends risked all to acquire revealed a vault in its lowest level containing the Matriarch's body of work, hidden from the public. Who knows what technologies the Protectorate is withholding? If the Matriarch was the genius she's purported to be, the skip drive cannot be the entirety of her inventions. Whatever technological advancements may be sequestered here, the goal is almost certainly to keep the populace of Arcadia subservient to the pernicious whims of its governing body. But not for much longer. We are going to liberate any and all of the Matriarch's research, whatever it may be, and distribute it to the people. The time for considering risk is past. We cannot afford to be timid when battling giants. Besides, now I have 2 Earth Directorate agents to assist me. What could go wrong?
I can see a half-dozen points of failure, but bad odds ain't ever stopped us before.
Glad we're operating under the same understanding. We're unlikely to have another chance like this. We must follow through now that we've made the opening. Which also means, once inside, we cannot leave until it's done. Slim chance of that. I'll not assign a task to others that I'm unwilling to undertake myself.
Color me surprised.
That's a good sign of leadership, though.
They'll be taking up strategic positions to guard the entrance and watching for any stray Protectorate patrols. We'll move more swiftly in fewer numbers. After you.
Alright, let's do this, yo. I want to do the rift mission next because
stay close and keep silent.
I heard that
the less attention you draw, the better.
I want it. I know you can get it. I want it.
Like the Matriarch, there weren't supposed to be visitors today. That Sentinel and dosage of the dead splinters.
You hang.
I'm close to a new level, so I should be able to get out to 9 by the time I finish this level.
Unexpected.
Have the Matriarch taken
Taken care of. Continue. Wait there. I'll come to you.
Well handled. My turn. There should be a hidden entrance here. The security room that we need to reach is nearby. We should be able to disable that energy.
Who goes? No one is allowed in here without the proper authorization. Ah, I see you have come armed. Intruders, then. I suppose you intend to extract my surrender through means most lurid and foul.
Damn, the head curator. I had hoped to slip in before his shift, but no matter. We cannot allow him to leave and raise the alarm. He must be dispatched, quickly.
How's that now?
Now hold on. I know we had to kill that fella with the Sentinel, but this man's unarmed. He's already surrendered.
I rather think that line has some blurry distinction.
How much of a fuss could this one fella cause, really? Come on, Zeb. No need to cut any bellies over maybes and ifs.
Please, if secrecy's your concern, you may rely upon me to be the utmost spirit of discretion. I have never betrayed a confidence in my life.
Allowing him to leave would be a grave error of mercy, one we can ill afford in this place.
Yes, right. I have a family. Well, no, not as yet, but one day. I swear, on my love of the Sovereign, let me leave and I will breathe not a word of your presence here.
Do not allow these crabbled tears to fool you. This is all a performance. No true subject of the Protectorate would yield so easily. We're wasting time. This man is an instrument of empire, perpetuating the tyrant's lies. And were our positions reversed, he would not hesitate to execute us, or worse, send us to mental refreshment.
I'm kin to the risks, Zeb.
Are you? Can you even fathom the indignity of having your every thought scrutinized and scored and made perfect? My sister was made into a shadow. I endured daily sessions with the lathe of particularity and still find myself policing my own mind for untoward proclivities and inclinations.
The commander's right. This man didn't put you in the lathe, Zeb. He's just trapped in the system, same as everyone else.
I never have possessed immunity against your pleading. Fine, you're free to leave. Do not repay this kindness with treachery.
You are merciful and wise. I will depart at once.
Let's hope the consequences of this decision do not assert themselves while we're still here. You and Niall should turn off the power to the security barrier and make your way to the vault. I'll remain here and guide you as best I can through the labyrinth. No turning back now.
Understood.
No going back from here. Not until we've done what we came here to.
Hold! Don't set foot in that room. The schematics on this console indicate this place is defended by all manner of traps. One moment. Yes. It appears there are Enry tripwires, invisible to the naked eye, that will electrify the floors if crossed. Move cautiously. And if you have any gadgets that might help, I suggest using them.
Over here, Commander. Reckon I found something that might be useful later. Have a look, Commander. With a little elbow grease and some inadvisable engineering, reckon I can finagle these components into a fine explosive gel. Who knows? Could come in handy. Just doing my part. But thanks for the vote of confidence, Commander. Let's keep on. I'll continue tinkering on this in the meantime, see what I can come up with.
Through. Good. Now there should be 3 switches in this room. When pulled in the correct order, the door should open. If I'm reading this right, the order is 1, 3, 2. But which switch corresponds to which number? Damn it. Why must the Protector extract everything?
There must be a way to suss out which switch is which. Maybe if we could peep the wiring.
make a second attempt. I just found a logbook that indicates N-ray wires installed that may correspond with each switch. Perhaps that'll be useful. The code I originally supplied can still be relied upon. 132.
132.
Wrong again. The code is 132.
What? How are they numbered, though?
Wrong again. The code is 132. By this puzzle, but I apologize for my lack of prepared. That vault door is quite the obstruction. Fortunately, there should be a code. No. Fuck! They changed it recently. That shouldn't have happened until next week. I'm certain I can diagnose the issue. Now that you've cleared the way, I'll come down and join you.
Might have something else that can get you into that vault, Commander. Does that seem a little off to you, Commander? I think he's starting to worry me. That business with the curator. I'm glad Zeb stood down, but it was close. Never seen him so eager for bloodletting before. He's changed. Ain't sure for the better. I'll be damned if I go down the same path as DeVries. Some ideals are worth fighting to keep, even if it means taking the long way round to winning. Well, no use stewing. We've still got a vault to break into and tyrannical government to topple. Speaking of, remember those components I found? I was able to turn them into something halfway useful after all. This gel should get us through that vault door. Turns out you were right about trusting my instincts. You take the honors, Commander. I'll be right behind you.
Batman Jill.
Nice. I was hoping for a more subtle incursion, but no matter.
Am I running hot, or was that a hint of worry I heard in your voice back there?
Well, I neglected to pack a thermometer. This terminal should allow me to retrieve all the information stored here. This cannot be right. There's nothing here save the designs for the skip drive. Not even initial concepts. 10 years in Arcadia and the Matriarch invented nothing? And what's this about a deal with the Earth Directorate? We need to talk. Now.
Every step we take must honor the Matriarch. I tell Henry this, but he is set in his ways. His notions...
I knew the Protectorate festered with lies, but I had no idea the Earth Directorate was complicit. Niles, did you know?
Slow up, Zeb. What are you talking about?
It says your agency struck an agreement with the Matriarch over a century ago in exchange for skip drives. Arcadia was allowed to completely govern itself with absolutely no outside interference, including from the Earth Directorate.
Must be why the chief said we'd be on our own if we were caught. We were breaking the terms of this agreement. Unbelievable.
If this information is true, then the Earth Directorate permitted the Matriarch to create a colony filled with her vassals, enslaved to her will. Everything Arcadia is, all of the suffering that's taken place here, it all could have been avoided. Things could have been different. That's just another story those in power tell to keep the rest of us complacent. We need to put that tale to the torch, even if it means setting the whole system on fire. Don't you understand? Something has to change. Things cannot continue as they are, even if it means casualties.
Let's say you're right, Zeb. What comes next?
I confess, my plans for after are more nebulous. The problems of that time are for greater minds than mine to solve, but they should have that opportunity, and we can create it for them. The skip drive schematics are here. How the explosive safeguards against tampering work, its evolution over time. But no original concepts, no sketches, nothing. Our dear Matriarch is a fraud, a cheat. She did not invent the skip drive. There are messages here between her and the First Sovereign that all but confirm it. I thought I might find some technological innovation that could be handed to the Protectorate's enemies. But this is almost better. Precisely. By releasing this information, we can thoroughly crush the image the Protectorate has been built upon. The Sovereign will be revealed as the unclothed emperor he is, and demolish Arcadia's myth of superiority. If we administer truth to the people, their strength will return. Erstwhile, giving the skip drive designs to the Protectorate's enemies will even the fight. Their technological prowess will be made into nothing. Everything will come apart.
Downsides like how the skip drives are causing rifts? Yeah, I say that's worth a fret. Not to mention how this agreement with the Protectorate will completely destroy the Earth Directorate's reputation.
I was not aware of such a connection between rifts and the skip drives. But I have confidence the Order will figure out a solution. Science is their theater, after all. As for the Earth Directorate, don't you see? This frees them from any obligation to the Protectorate. They'll be able to manufacture skip drives themselves. The deal will be voided.
It's worth holding the Earth Directorate's feet to the fire for this deal, but I don't think the entire organization should be judged by its worst decision. It's done a lot of good, too. Plus, making the skip drive tech available, that's like throwing a lit match into a fuel converter. Can't think of a worse idea right now.
Do you think the Protectorate stand around debating the potential for injury? No. They act, and so must we. Damn the consequences. And should I refuse to leave empty-handed? What then?
Whoa, put the brakes on, Commander. You can't be serious. We're not shooting Zeb. I won't let you, Commander.
Don't you force Niles to choose between you and his friend. Ain't nothing crueler.
Zeb's still my friend, leaving all else aside. I have a duty to protect him, as much as you. Thank you, Commander. We can solve this peaceably, I know it. I know you're aiming to do the most good for the most amount of people, Zeb, but sowing chaos ain't the way.
Do you know how many of my friends died so we could reach this point? Audra sacrificed herself. And you would have me what? Give up now on the cusp of victory? Lay bare my throat for the Protectorate machine to cut?
You remember what we argued about the day before I left?
I've replayed it in my mind many times.
A lot's changed, but that hasn't. Life in Arcadia could be just like we dreamed it. But there's no future if you go through with this. Not for anyone.
Out of respect for my friend, I will forestall the release of this information and seek another avenue to help liberate the people of Arcadia. I'll remain here for a while longer to cover our tracks. The Protectorate will discover the break-in, but hopefully never learn more specifics of what we did and found.
Guess this is goodbye.
Only for now. If we both come out of this war intact, I'll find you. If you wish to be found, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd like that.
In spite of substantial efforts to prolong his life, my father's condition continues to deteriorate, both physically and mentally. It has been
There they are!
difficult.
These are the
to
ruffians who
observe his
threatened me!
latest
Looks like they joined their friends in the rubble heap! Suffer
comes of the chimera machine was overruled. Now the order that comes
Time to earn my commission.
has exactly likely to finish on time.
This.
Only to hide all of this. Burn all of my father's research into longevity. Seal his automatic belief I will inherit.
Sure.
don't even know where to start with everything that happened in there. At least we were able to talk Zeb out of his plan to release everything we uncovered. I'm all for sowing chaos in the Protectorate, but that kind of information is liable to do more harm than good in the wrong hands. I understand his desperation. What I don't understand is the Earth Directorate's part in Arcadia's existence. Ever agreeing to such a cruel bargain in the first place? I expect backroom dealing from unregulated corporations, not from the only agency keeping them in check. The Earth Directorate should be better than that. Permission to speak candid, Commander. Strange as it sounds, this whole experience with Zeb has helped me finally understand the position Augustine was in. Back at Horizon Point, ain't easy having to decide between your allies and protecting untold innocence. It's the damnedest thing. In spite of everything, I find myself relieved we spared her. Augustine still owes a debt to us, and the rest of the galaxy. Maybe she pays it all someday, and maybe she doesn't. Either way, you were right to give her the chance. Provided the rift don't dismantle us all before then. Yeah, suppose we will. Reckon time will decide the heroes
I
from
wonder if they'll
villains
do
in
like a
this tale,
DLC with her, where you
it's gonna be hard to forgive
meet
the
up
Earth
with her
Directorate
again.
for arranging the stage like this in the first place.
and help her with something.
Deep down, I'm still convinced the galaxy is better with the Earth Directorate in it, flawed as it is. But what happened with Arcadia can never be allowed to happen again. Something has to change within the Directorate. And I think we're best positioned to see that reformation through. All said, I appreciate you giving me the space to work through this. Sort of feels like the future's opening back up after a long time closed. Likewise, Commander.
Alright, with that wrapped up, what do we have? To go finally do this damn strike. Ah, okay. This is over there. We'll go do Niles' mod kit real quick. First. Maybe. Shane, that's what's Alright, we're gonna wrap up here and we'll continue on with the next one.